Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins? Seriously? Let's talk about it.
Bijan Robinson. Man, y'all better watch out. That was the right pick. Man, with Raheem Morris and all of our weapons, man, it's looking good. I tell you one thing, we better get that quarterback right, or we ain't going nowhere.
So the Denver Broncos are releasing Russell Wilson and eating $85 million. What a dumb move. Why not just bench the guy and keep the money and leave him there for emergency purposes? That is so stupid to me, but whatever. That's on them. So, a lot of fans are trying to decide, a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans, if Russ is the guy that we should get. What's there to think about? I hear all the comparisons between Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins. Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion. Been there twice. Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, has one playoff win. They were both drafted in 2012. Kirk Cousins was drafted to back up RG3, whereas Russell Wilson was drafted in the third round and won the starting position. I mean, I really just don't get why the Broncos are eating $85 million. I mean, you're going to pay Russell Wilson almost $40 million next year to play for another team. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's ridiculous. It's not like he's a cancer in the locker room. And I've heard what people have said. Let me say this. Russell Wilson represents what's right about the young athlete. Doesn't get in any trouble. Does exactly what he's asked to do. He has a mind of steel, the right temperament. Did you see when his coach was trying to get him to avoid his contract? When the coach was on the sideline yelling at him like he was a little Pop Warner quarterback? And Russ didn't even flinch. See, it takes a lot of manhood to do that. Not to go off and just knock him out, or buck up at him, or do something else that'll get your contract voided. Nice try. Didn't work on Russ. And so I think Russell Wilson would be a great quarterback for Atlanta to come in and mentor our future quarterback, because we're still drafting a quarterback. We just want Russ to come in and do what he does. I mean, Russ, people forget that Russ is a really good quarterback. I mean, we've already talked about how he's been to the Super Bowl twice and won once. He has 9 Pro Bowls. Okay? Kirk Cousins has 4 Pro Bowls. Russell Wilson has been the NFC Offensive Player of the Week 9 times. He's the first quarterback in NFL history to start his career with 9 winning seasons. He has the most wins by a QB in his first 9 seasons, and that's 98 wins. And he's one of 4 quarterbacks in NFL history with a career passer rating of 100 or better. You know what the other 3 are? Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty good company to be in. And so I don't understand what the reservation is about Mr. Russell Wilson. I mean, he'll play for the league minimum or a very franchise-friendly deal. He's not coming off of a major injury. Kirk Cousins wants $40 to $45 million a year. He's coming off a very major injury. And you know what? If you want to look at their stats, the stat that matters most to me when looking at last year alone is their touchdown percentage. Because that touchdown percentage accounts for everything with respect to how many games you played, how many passes you threw. It's an accurate number. And they both had the same touchdown percentage of 5.8. And so if I'm choosing between Russell Wilson who's not coming off of a major injury, Kirk Cousins, who's coming off of a major injury, Russell Wilson, who will play for the league minimum likely, Kirk Cousins, who's going to demand $40 to $45 million a year. What are we talking about? I mean, seriously. I mean, this Russell talk, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's purely numbers for me right now. And I mean, if people say, well, what has Russ done? What has Kirk done? Russ has won a Super Bowl. He's been at the pinnacle of achievement in this league. He has. We can't say the same thing about Kirk Cousins, who happens to be coming off of a major injury. I mean, what are we talking about? And what is it that the Vikings know that we don't know? Why would they let this quarterback who's done everything right, who was putting up great stats last year and the year before, why would they let him test the market and drive the price up? That doesn't make sense. If you want to lock your quarterback up before he talks to Atlanta and Pittsburgh and the Raiders and other teams who may need a quarterback, you want to lock him up before any of that happens, because they're going to drive the price up. And Kirk would have to make a tough decision. Am I going to take the $50 million a year that Team A is offering, or am I going to stick with the Vikings? I say he'd follow the money. And so it doesn't make sense for the Vikings to let Kirk Cousins test the waters. I mean, they know something that we don't know. But anyway, even if they don't, it doesn't matter. The numbers are the numbers. So let's just make a commonsensical decision. Mr. Atlanta Falcons decision makers. Let's make a commonsensical decision. And let's bring Russell Wilson home and go draft our future quarterback. Jaden Daniels, hopefully. But there are many others that I like in this draft. Let's do that. It'll be a step in the right direction. Thanks for stopping by. For the latest updates and information, and to get notified when we launch and post new videos, be sure to subscribe and like the videos as well. Thank you.